guys, welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica, and today I would like to unbox a new to me company called Pressed in Place. I've been hearing great things about them, and I was kind of curious about their artwork, and I was just like wanting to know what the drill quality was, like how was the rendering with the canvases and everything. And like Alyssa placed an order along with me at this. We pretty much placed it around the same day, I think, or at least a day of each other. And I think hers is coming in soon. But I don't know when hers is coming in. She said it was coming any day because I posted, like, I sent a picture out saying my order came in. So one of the things I want to let you guys know is I ordered 2 diamond paintings, actually. These 2 right here on the side. And then apparently there was like some sort of goal that she had set for her shop, and if they exceeded that goal, then all the people who made an order for that month got put into like a wheel or something, and she spun it, and then my name popped up, so I got to get a free diamond painting. So I picked out a third one to try to decide to go with different artists, so that way have a little bit of different palettes, different color palettes, and it's definitely, they're different, I will say that. So also another thing I want to say is I've already unboxed these, and I know I was not trying to do this. So I unboxed this, and then I started editing my video for you guys, and I don't know how it happened, but there was no sound at all, and I tried so hard to fix it. So I was like, okay, we'll do, I haven't put any drills on it, so okay, we'll put everything back in. I didn't put it in perfectly. I do apologize for that, but I've already seen them, but I still want you guys to see what they look like because they're cool. And I'm really interested in at least working on one, so I want to get this out, and I'm hoping I can get this out because I am leaving this weekend. It is literally like the day before I go, and I should not be redoing another video, so hopefully I can get this out like during the weekend while I'm gone, like, and everything. If not, you already know that I didn't get it out this weekend, and it's the next week. But anyway, I'm excited to kind of go over a little bit of things as we will go. I think I'm going to kind of go with the same thing that I did last time. So we're gonna actually, let me just move these over here. Hopefully they don't fall. All right, maybe more on this side. All right, so I'm gonna unbox the first one that I unboxed last time. So some of the things that I guess I would probably go over as I'm unboxing this. Let's see. So all of these are hybrid charted from what I saw. She has started doing hand charting on some of the diamond paintings, not all the diamond paintings. But you get to see what it is on her website, like what diamond paintings are hand charted and which ones aren't. But yeah, these are hybrid charted, so none of that. But also, let's see, what I can't remember. Oh yeah, also there is only the owner uses AI for her artwork. So her name is Amber Sproul. Like if you were looking for, if you guys didn't want to use AI, which I don't, no shame if you do. That's my preference. So I was looking around to try and to make sure that the artist that I was choosing didn't use AI and everything. But I know that she does, and from what I've heard, she's the only one on the website that does use AI. The rest of the artists do not. So you're safe to peruse. If you want to do the extra research, you can, you know. But there you go. Those are some of the other things. But let's get into it, and we can go over some more of the particulars. So we have our box here. It's kind of, I like how it's a black box, but the picture is on the bottom and it's slightly blurry. I noticed that. So I can't seem to get, I'm going to try and take a picture for you and pop it up here, so I got to remember to do that for you guys. So it's slightly blurry, but you can still see it, but it doesn't have the actual name of the canvas or the artist here, so it only has the code. So, but we have that. Then on this side we have what's inside, and it tells you basically the canvas, the tray, a drill pen, and the wax. And then of course we go to the other side. There's nothing but just diamond painting on it. And then the back kind of gives you a short little tutorial on how to diamond paint. If you guys have never diamond painted and are curious, there are some excellent tutorials out there on YouTube. I do not have any. I am not a great tutorial person, but there are excellent ones out there if you are curious. And then the top of the box just has a diamond on it. So with that being said, let us open this up. So, and as I told you, I have already seen this canvas, but let me pretend to be amazed for you in all seriousness. So we got a dust cover here. So it's a plastic dust cover, very crinkly sounding one, but that's okay. So one of the things you can do, and I really am kicking myself for not doing this at all. Like, I should have done it and I didn't think about it until I saw someone else had it. But so, and I'll point it out, was you get painted edges on the canvas. You can order that. Also, there, like, I did not mean to add to toolkits, but you can add a toolkit, or you can say no toolkits to your canvas. So, but I will go over what the toolkits do have. So I'll pull out the stuff that we have right here. So I already got some of the stuff here. So the first thing that comes in it is this washi tape. So there's different types of washi tape. And then I was just kind of giggling because two of the kits had this heavy duty cover minder. I'm like, this can break a toe. So I'll kind of go over a little bit about what that can go. It sounds so, like, I haven't said that in a while. Wow. Okay, I have about washi tape and cover minders, but we'll go over it still, and you know, just as a little refresher. But anyway, we got a little tiny container here for your blue wax, and the blue wax has like plastic here, so you peel off so that way you can use it. Next up in our little baggie here, we have, come on, pull all this out. So we have our diamond painting pen, and then we have our squishy for said diamond painting pen, and then along with it we have our thin 4-placer. So we have our thin 4 multi-placer, and then a thicker 7 multi-placer. Then last but not least, well, not last yet, next up we have this white plastic boat or tray, and then last but not least is some tweezers. So we have all that if you decide to add a toolkit to your order. So let me go ahead and start throwing all this back in. All right, so here we go. So next up is our canvas right here. And let me unroll this. This one I think is like my favorite of the 3 because of how colorful it is. But if I have to say in terms of render, and I'll talk about it in a little bit. I'll show you. You guys, I wonder how you guys will pick which one of the 3 is your favorite. Right, we're gonna slide that over here for just a minute. So, I mean, you can kind of see some of the colors, but let's kind of hide that just a little bit. But look at all these colors. So these comes in baggies. So these drills are in baggies, and as you can see, I have already opened it, and you can see how bright and colorful this is. And it has the same code that is on the canvas, so if you do store your drills and canvas separately, you can, and that way you just have to make sure you are following along with the code. Although I had to rip mine a little bit, so if I was doing something like that, I would have to put like another label on it just in case. Then next up, as the canvas rolls over here, so next up we have is, I thought something was interesting. So we have basically a drill count. So it gives you the inventory sheet, and we have basically the like the DMC colors of everything that we have, and it tells you the drill volume. So basically how many drills should be in the baggies and how many that they actually give you. So basically, like if you see here with this symbol, there should be like at least 2,161 drills, and in the bags they give you about 2,400. So I thought that was kind of interesting, for sure. So we have that, especially if you're like we're thinking about switching and doing like putting your own bling. You have a little kind of chart here to kind of help you figure out how many drills you actually need if you wanted to bling it up yourself. So that is definitely a helpful piece of information. Next up we have here is what I would deem our inventory sheet. And I noticed that there was like a little bit of a, like, not a goop, but it's just like blemish on the sheet, but it's nothing to worry about. But basically we have the picture that you guys can see here, instructions on how to diamond paint again, the socials to visit for press and place, and then of course we have our inventory sheet, and these are peel off stickers, so they're cut and peeled, so you can peel them off easily without having to cut them. It'd be probably easier to go, yeah, see, right down here. And then let's see, my mind just went bloop for a moment. So and so that way, if you wanted to kit up on with the baggies or with the storage containers, it's easy to do. So with all of that, let's get into our canvas for just a minute. So let me flip this over for you, and you'll see why I love how bright and colorful this one is. So here we go. This one here is Astro Black Kitty by Davi-Ann James. It is a square diamond painting. We have 47 colors, and let me pull this thing out just to make sure I'm doing this correctly so I can do this. So we have 1, 2 ABs, and then let's see, wait, 3 ABs. Okay, 3 ABs it says. Do we have 3 ABs? I think we have 2 ABs or 3 ABs. Wait, 2 ABs, 2 ABs, okay. Goodness gracious, guys, I am just not with it today. And then we have 1, 2, 3 crystals, and then 3 moon dusts. So yeah, so we got some specials in here. I will point out some things that I've noticed while I was kind of doing some things, like something like with the grid lines compared with the other one as well. So we have yeah, 47 colors, and these are like I already told you, the drills. And so as you can see, just like I said, this is a hybrid charting, so definitely very much like sometimes like with hybrid charting, like the the specials sometimes don't make sense where they go, and I'll pull out the specials so we can look at it as well for you guys. So sorry about the noise. All right, let me pull out all the specials. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go with the specials. But as you can see, these are some pretty, like some intense colors that we have here. And from what I've been looking through, I was trying to see, there hasn't been really much of the trash variety, but I'm sure like when I get to the more popular colors, there might be a couple bit of trash, because that usually is the case. Excuse me. But some of the other differences that I want to talk about is for the square painting, they have resin drills, and then for their rounds, and I have one of the rounds, which I will unbox in just after this one. That one's acrylic. So all of their rounds are acrylic, all their squares are resin. So that's something interesting to note as well. Also, I kind of talked about a little bit about the cover a little bit. That you can choose to either have it painted or not painted, and I really should have chose painted, because oh my gosh, like it does not have the legend. I don't use the legend as much as I used to, like when I first started diamond painting, so I don't really have need of the legend anymore. But it doesn't show the legend, and it's basically the background of the canvas blown up in back here, but there's no glue or anything like on the border part, but it's so pretty, and I really wish I did that, and I'm so mad and I'm kicking myself, but next time I am going to do that. So let's see, what else do we want to talk about before I kind of go more into the canvas itself? I can't think about it, so we'll continue on. So we can see here that the grid lines are darker, so I will zoom in for you just a little bit. All right, so as you can see, we can definitely have grid lines here. I like grid lines, especially like for things like hybrid charted kits. So I do love to have grid lines for my kits and everything. But I know other people prefer not to have grid lines. And I will show you that I don't know if this was like an early iteration compared to one of the other diamond paintings that I got, because they're all hybrid, like I said. But the other one was like one of the newer ones that were coming out. And their grid lines are lighter in color, but still noticeable, but still, you know, so if you, I don't know if it's just because it's lighter canvas compared to this darker canvas or what. I don't mind either way. It does not bother me. But anyway, so I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of things. So I kind of was talking about, let me see if I can get to, there we go. Here we go. This is kind of one of the things I was like very curious about, of things that where I say sometimes it doesn't make sense. And you know what? I could change my mind completely, and it's not a diss. Especially since I am going to be putting some drills here. I don't know if I can put it further up here because, you know, I like to start. I might start somewhere here or here. Well, when I say here, like I mean the opposite corner. So we can only see. All right. So one of the drills that we have is a crystal drill, and I want to try and make sure I'm grabbing the right one. 702. Okay, so this one. So 702 we have is this green drill for you guys, right? And where this is located, and I think I hear my own cats. The funny thing is when I chose these diamond paintings, I chose 2 cats originally. So let's see. So anyway, so here we have the picture. So this is where is the crystals are located, and I don't know if that makes any sense to have crystals like right on the cat's face, but again, it may look completely different, and I'm not going to diss it until I actually put the drills on. So, but that is something I have noticed, and I was just like, huh, that's strange. And it's just like, just a little bit like that. So things like that. Let me zoom out a little bit more so that way we can get, all right, so that way we can get the whole canvas back in view, and I can kind of point out more where some of the drills are. So with this one, we have some like on the inside of the cat's ear. So if we're going to do that with the face, I kind of guess it would make sense to have it here, but there aren't many drills of this. So as you can see, we got, it's just kind of very sporadic with this color. So, and then with this crystal, which is, let's see, 318, it's more of a gray kind of drill instead. So we have this grayish drill, and it's a symbol 4, and they're sporadic as well. We have a little bit here, here, and then here, and a few over here as well. Come kind of little bit spots here, just like little tiny spots everywhere. And then the last crystal drill that we have is 208, and that one is an and symbol, and that one's a little bit easier to find. We got some like on the back of the cat's paw here, like leg. Got some under here, like around like the purple swirls here, and here, and here, and here, and here. So as you can see, we got some of that going on. And the next step we're going to go is, let's go with ABs. So ABs stand for Aurora Borealis, and what that usually means, as you can see here especially, it has a coating on the drill that kind of gives it more of a rainbow effect. It won't always be a full rainbow spectrum, but it does shift from a lot of different colors, as you can see here. So it won't be like the exact true color, but we got like, you know, you'll get the gist of it. So, and it's still very sparkly, very pretty. I love these. So this one is 155, so that's the hashtag symbol. So those are kind of close with the and symbol that I've noticed. So we have some a little bit here. Let's see, where are they? It's like just little spots here and there kind of thing. Let's see, a little bit of here, a little bit here. They're just little sporadic kind of things, like here, 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 and like stuff up here as well. And then the next AB that we have is 371, and that's the letter N. And this one's like a greenish kind of color, and we have it kind of just a little bit all over the place. Well, so we got like this, it's greenish brown, I would say, maybe like not brown, but like, you know, definitely like an olive color. There we go. So we got some ends right here, and then of course it's like more up here around the tail is where I see most of the lighter ends, and then just like little spots here and there, kind of everywhere for those ends, so like just little tiny spots. I think what happens is like the basically they're moon dust. So it's like they're what they call their like fairy dust, pixie dust. They call it moon dust. So we have our moon dust here, and it's completely different from the AB. So let's give you a better look, maybe with the pink ones. There we go. So, as you can see with the AB, they have a coating to give it more of a rainbow effect. Meanwhile, with the moon dust, they have a different type of coating to give it more of a shimmer, glimmery effect. So it's more, like I said, it's more, it stays true to color. You have more of a shimmer type thing. And I love these as well. I love all specials. All right, all specials are, you know, the same in my heart. I am not going to be like, oh, I hate ABs, you know, because like they do eat up my putty. I will say that. Sometimes they make a squeak sound and sometimes they smell, but oh my goodness, the way they look when you put the drills down on the canvas, I love it. Anyway, I do not need to go on a rant. So first off is we're going to go with this pink, I went a little loud. So this pink moon dust, and this is 603, and that one is the symbol F. And as you can see, we got a lot of pinks in here. So it is not the lightest pink. It is not the darkest pink. It is the in-between pink. So we got a little bit of pink of that here, just a teeny tiny here, and here, and here. And then when we go over here, we got a bit more, just in little spots. Let's see right here. And then of course when we go further up, we get a bit more right here and here and here, and then throughout here. So, and then some right here. So that's for our pink. And then for our next moon dust is 550, and this one is the symbol J. And that one is located on the cat's back right here. So we got, and I'll zoom in for you guys too, because I should probably have done that earlier. But we have some of the J's right here, and then along the tail, all the way up here. So we have, that's where most of the ones that I could find for that that moon dust. And then our next color is 154. And that one is the division sign. So we have them kind of close to the J's. So there's a couple that are close to the J's throughout the back as well. Let me see where this one is. There's like one there. And then some through up here. But they're just a little bit harder to find. So like I can find some right here. So they're like more of the darker outlines of this cat. So that is for this canvas, and this one I am actually going to be working on for the month of May. I'm going to try and work on this in between all the other projects that I am doing. I have not decided if I'm going to put drills on this canvas or not and then show you guys, but I definitely wanted to get this worked on so that way you guys can see what it looks like, at least in my month in review video that will come out at, you know, next month, you know, since I'll be working on this in May. But it is I overall, but I wish, and let me zoom back out. So I wish there was so much more I could do, because look right here, like, oh my gosh, I can bling these stars right here, like right here and here. I think that would have been so much more, like right here and here. That would look so good, like those stars being blinged, okay, out and everything. But yeah, I just got to see what that crystal looks like. I am so curious about how that crystal is going to look like, and I don't know if I'm going to just pull things out and just go into it. Oh, I remember what I was going to, one of the things I was going to show you. So before I go into the next part of the canvases, so with washi tape, if you guys are curious about what people use washi tape for, there's a lot of different ways to use it. One of the ways is if you peel up this plastic, there's usually just the slightest, sometimes it's just the slightest bit of glue that is over the border. Sometimes it's a lot. And what you're going to want to do is, like, because when you're diamond painting, at least for me, when you're diamond painting, I always wear long sleeves, so it's going to get into that border. It's going to get gunky. There's going to be dirt, you know, there's just going to be fabric. There's just, you know, it starts looking a little icky. So the washi tape going onto that border helps prevent all that buildup going on. So that's why I like to use washi tape for one of the reasons. The other reasons are I also like to section off my canvas. This is still a big section for me. Even though this is a smaller size canvas for me, it's going to be nice to work on. Did I even tell you guys the size of this canvas? I don't think I did. It's 55 by 40 centimeters if I haven't, or 21.65 by 15.75 inches. So if I didn't tell you guys that, I am so sorry. I was just like really wanting to get into this canvas and everything. So another thing is, like, on top of the plastic, and that's important, don't put the washi tape on the glue part of the canvas. So on the plastic part of the canvas, you're going to want to section off the canvas to the size section that you like, so that way when you're working on it, you're able to work in smaller sections. And for me, I'm able to go through that a little bit more quickly because I'm not constantly, especially on something that has like a lot of confetti, like this diamond painting. And confetti is basically when you're doing a lot of multiple color changes, and you're constantly switching out to a different color, and there's just like one or two single placing kind of spots instead. It's going to be hard to kind of figure out where the colors are if you're going to try and do the entire canvas, compared to like something like color blocking, which you can kind of see like in the bright yellow parts. We have like sections of color blocking where you're going to keep with the color, and you're going to be able to multi-place if that's something you want to do. Anyway, back to sectioning and stuff. So usually I like to get about yay big sections, maybe slightly bigger. I've been trying to go bigger, and I would just measure it out. I would put the washi tape onto the plastic canvas, and then I would cut my section out, and that's usually what how I usually diamond paint. Another thing you have is a cover minder. And usually, as you can see, there's two magnets. One's attached to the cover minder itself, and one comes off, and you put this one underneath the canvas, and then you peel the canvas back. Let me make sure I have the magnet right there. And then you just stick that right there, so you can see it's stuck. And the purpose of this is so if you don't want to take off the entire section, like you cut your section but you didn't cut off one side of the section, you just folded it back, so the plastic doesn't keep coming onto your hand as you're diamond painting. The cover minder just keeps it away and just holds it back for you. So that's one of the purposes. Another purpose is just to kind of make your canvas pretty. For me, like to decorate my canvas while I'm diamond painting. Alright, so oh my goodness, I did not realize I talked that much about one diamond painting. Hopefully I won't talk that much with the other two. So, well, I just had a lot of information to give you guys. So I'm going to roll this up, and we will go to the next canvas. And the next one will be around, so that way we can, I'm making a lot of noise. Calm myself. Alright, so the next one's going to be around, so we can kind of see a little bit of the difference. Let me make sure. Nope, that one's not the round. Alright, over here. Here we go. Here's the round. So we already went through the whole spiel with the box. We don't need to do that again. We don't need to go through the tray either, so we can kind of get right into the kit itself. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll put the box over here. So this one's just slightly bigger compared to the other. More crinkling sounds. And then we'll pull the drills out so you guys can have a view of how the drills are. So if the other one was like bright and colorful, this one is definitely more like neutral tones. It doesn't have as many bright colors in the oh my goodness. My cats because I don't let them in here because they're not allowed in the bedroom yet. I just see paws coming out, like just at the door. Let me in, let me in. All right, we are getting distracted here, guys. Okay, we need to stop. Okay, anyway, let me roll this back so we can get into it and get you guys seeing what this is. Oh, so another thing is about this canvas. It feels a little bit on the thinner side, I guess. It's not so heavy feeling, but the backing does have like that soft feeling, but it's not as soft as other canvases. It's almost, it does have a like it doesn't feel as soft, but it still has that soft feeling that you guys would like. Plus the plastic here is thin as well. So I like it because it's not a perforated color. We're not going to go into that, but I would like to have a little bit thicker plastic, to be honest, but that is just me. But anyway, we got this cuties. We got 2 little kitties here. Oh my goodness, so cute. I love these kitties. So we will go through here. So we've already talked about this one, well, about what this sheet is, and the same thing with the inventory sheet. So let me pull that one out as well so you guys can see a little bit here. So this one here is called First Snow This Winter, and it's by June Hug. It is a round diamond painting. It's, let's see, 45 by 60 centimeters or 17.72 by 23.62 inches. We have 36 colors. It is a round, like I've said before. 2 ABs and I think 6 moon dusts. So we have so many. It's so cute. Like I noticed one thing was like this cat right here is completely color blocking. And then like this cat here isn't completely color blocking, but we got more color blocking like on the main parts of the body. But my goodness, that sweater of his, whew, that is going to be a lot of work. It has a lot of confetti. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys just a little bit here. So one of the things also, guide circles. So for rounds, we have guide circles, and as you can see here, they're so faint. Like you can't see them on the lighter colors around here. They have just the faintest outline. And then for the darker colors here, we have like it's just a lighter shade compared to the outside part of the square. So we have just a little bit of that. I don't mind too much. Okay, well, that's a lie. I used to not mind too much about a darker outline, but as now my placing has gotten better and now I'm working on older kits and stuff, I do kind of care just slightly. So it is nice to see something like this that doesn't have like these big bright outlines, bold outlines staring at my face. So I do appreciate that, and I do love how soft this looks. So one thing about this artist, and I'll talk a little bit about the other artists again that I unboxed, is that this one, she does like, these are like her main, her original characters. I think they're based off the cats that she has, but she always like draws them in different settings, and there's like some of them like, I was so tempted to get mercats. So she had these 2 cats, but they were like mermaids, and I almost got it, especially with it being May and, you know, mermaid, and I'm like, oh my god, that would be so perfect. But I saw Alyssa bought that one, and I wanted to so I wanted to see how it looked like for her. Well, I got this one, and this is going to be such a perfect little winter time canvas for me. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait. So let's get into the drills a little bit. So so since these are acrylic, and I am not the best person to kind of go through what is resin, what is acrylic. I just know some things, and I know that they're supposed to have like a little dimple, which I can kind of see right here. a little bit. So that's one of the main tells that something is acrylic, and they still look good. I know that I don't want acrylic squares. I have worked on that, and I can tell when I'm working on acrylic squares just because of the amount of trash. That's pretty much it. I'm not the best at telling it, but it's just like it's so much trash, and it has so many like sizing issues and stuff like that. It just irritates me. So that's why I'm like happy that the others are resin. So I can't wait to try that out. But yeah, as you can see, we have like this cute little pale color. But let's kind of pull out the moon dust and the ABs on this one. All right, here we go. Okay, so we had 6 of those, and we are going to go through a couple of them. So let's go through the ABs. I really love this. Like, I love her sweater so much. Like, the background might take me out a little bit. It has like 3 different kinds of it has 3 different kinds of colors right here. So it's a lot of checkerboarding in the background. So it's going to be like, you know, just trying to do that, but I feel like it will have a nice blended quality. But oh my god, is it going to take me out? So the first one up is this 310 AB, and I know it gets a lot of hate, but I like 310 ABs. They make it like you can definitely tell the rainbow color on those drills more compared to other colors, and I like it a lot. I do wish that they had a AB like the 5200 one, especially since we have so much snow in the background, so that way kind of balanced it out a little bit. But you know, beggars can't be choosers, you know. So we got 310. And it is, of course, in their eyes. So their eyes are closed, so we got their eyelashes. It's going to be so cute. And it's the same over here for this cat's eye. I know it's a little bit harder to tell right here. Again, another thing where I'm going to have to put drills on. I won't be putting drills on this until like more closely to winter, because this is such a winter kit. Unless I am craving something cold this summer and I'm just so tired and miserable of the heat, I might pull this out. But we have some ABs like in the eyes right here, and it looks like the nose, and then a little bit of the inside parts of the ear. And then we just have a little bit kind of around the part of the sweater here, and a little bit here on some of the paws. So we got some ABs for that one. The next AB we have is this grayish AB, which is 318, and that one has like the hazard symbol. So that one is more like kind of surrounding the outline of the cat. So we have it right here for you guys. Let's see. Even though I have done this unboxing, it's still like, I still gotta remember where everything was, because I still have a hard time. So we got some right here, a little bit here, and a little bit here, and then a little bit all over here on this side. So we got them like in spots right around the cat. So we got those 2 ABs. So next up is our moon dust color. So we got a nice little variety. And this is where I kind of was so sad, because all of these are in the sweater. There's none that's in the scarf. And I know this is hybrid charted, but again, like, you could have put some on the cat's scarf. Oh, she doesn't have any bling. So I might fix that. I might make her a bit more beautiful. Again, nothing to this. I just want her to have a little bit more bling. So anyway, we'll continue on. Sorry guys, I'm being ridiculous here. So next up we have is this 413, which is the U-turn symbol. Goodness gracious, words are so hard. And they look like they're like near the anchors. So we have a lot of the U-turn symbols like right here and here. We got a little bit like around the ribbing of the sweater. Let's see, and some right here. Not a lot, like just little bits kind of thing. Let me see if I can find where else. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. I think like the outline of this cat, because even though it's hybrid charted, it's so beautiful. Like it's such a soft render for the outline. I think maybe some shimmer type drills to put on here for the outline might be so pretty, since she's a white cat, to help kind of pop her out just a little bit more. There we go. I gotta write that down. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. Anyway. Next up we have is $37.99, and this is a moon symbol. So we got a little bit here and here, a little bit here, a couple, like, let me move my canvas a bit, a little bit over here, and then here. So we got a little bit going on with that one. Let's see, so these are still just a few little bits here and there. So 3041 is like the one that has like a circle and then a line going through it. So, but it's a filled-in circle, so it's like in the sweater as well. Just little spots here and there. It's kind of like a purplish gray color. So let's see, where else do we have it? I know there's like a little bit more. This one was hard to find, like right here kind of section, a little bit here as well. Anyway, next up we got is 823, which is a lowercase t, and look at that one. That shimmer is adorable. I love that one. So again, around the ribbing right here and here, and then some here. And let's see, where else? A little bit of teas right here and here. But I think the biggest one right here is this color, which is 930, which you can look at that shimmer as well. And this one is those 3 dots, and they are the entire part of the ribbing. So all of this right here and here, that is all of this color right here, with the other ones kind of spread throughout. And then last but not least is this little color here, which is 154, and that one's a heart shape, and it's like a maroon kind of color, I would say. And this one's kind of not like the complete outline of this cat, but like a little bit of the outline of the cat has the heart symbol, so we have it kind of going around, which is why I'm like, maybe with like right here, we definitely do that, and then I kind of have to figure out like here it's what to do around this part of the kitty to give it a nice little outline as well, kind of thing. I just got little ideas. But yeah, that's why I was like, this poor kitten doesn't have any bling. And I love that she's on her belly, and she has, like, you can see her little toe beans. Hold on. We got her little toe beans like showing right here. Like, look how adorable those little toe beans are. I love it. But yeah, the heart symbol, sorry, is still like right here, and then like mostly up here where you can kind of see that there is a bunch of different confetti going on. So, but yeah, we have all of this, and it is cute and adorable, and I love it so much, and I think it's just so sweet, and I can't wait to start trying to put some drills on this canvas. But like I said, this one might be a wintertime one. Oh, almost forgot to put the ABs in. We gotta shove that back in. All right, so we'll roll this up. I'm glad I was able to go a little bit faster for this one. And then we're going to open our last one. So the last one is also a square, just so you guys know. And it was the one that I got that was a freebie. So let's us get into it, shall we? All right, let me grab the box. All right, final box. Here we go. All right, we don't need to see the box again, so we'll just do that. And we'll pull all of this out just so we can get to it. I love that the cats don't stay in here, and yet there's still cat hair everywhere. I think that's the story of my life. So now you guys get to see what kind of color palette we are dealing with. So we had like brights and beautiful, colorful ones with the first one. And then it was kind of neutrals with the second one, and then all of these pastels and pinks with the third one. So I wanted to try and definitely go with different colors for sure. And now let's get into this. All right. Okay. So, well, anyway, here we go. As you can see, Look how pretty this is. Let me zoom back out. There you go. All right, so look how pretty this is. So we have right here as the same things that we had before. We have our volume sheet, our inventory sheet, and then we have this beautiful diamond painting here. This one here is Dream in Pink by Simply Suzu Art. It is a square. This is 50 by 50 centimeters or 19.69 by 19.69 inches. We have 37 colors, and 4 of those are AB and 4 of those are Moon Dust. So this one I was very surprised about. Let me, as I grab the ABs and Moon Dust here for you guys, so you guys can see what they are. Let me finish. Let's see. And you. Alright, there we go. Alright. So this one I might work next month. I don't know. We gotta think about this. So next we have is this beautiful thing, and I am, like I said, I'm pleasantly surprised about it. I'm surprised this isn't hand charted. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is still hybrid charted. And let me zoom in for you guys, because look, it is so much color blocking. Like, this whole background back here is just all color blocking. Her hair is mostly color blocking. Her face is color blocking. Like, all of these little cloud, there's just so much color blocking. So I was like, are you sure this is a hybrid charting? Because, oh my gosh. But again, again, because this is hybrid charting, I have ideas where I would love to put the specials located. So there, hold on, there we go. Okay, gotta zoom back out. So, but yeah, as you can see, look at that, all color blocking back there. Like, oh my gosh. All right, so I love it. Like, it is just so many different shades of pastels. Like, we have a pastel rainbow going on. We have butterflies. We have flowers. It's just like a very, I don't know, like a ethereal kind of thing. It's just definitely, she's like dreaming. It feels so cute, and I love it, and I'm here for it. So let's go into the specials with this one as well. Let me just fling them here, like plop. There we go. So one of the things we have is this 5200 AB that I was kind of talking about before, and that one is the checkmark symbol. So the checkmark symbol is actually, there's not a lot of ABs, as you can see. So the checkmark symbol is actually, if I remember, all the way up here in these little tiny dots of course. Let me just make sure what they are exactly in the picture. Yeah, basically kind of like little dots throughout here. So just a little bit here and there. And then the other whites are also, they are also 5200. I'm thinking about like putting shimmer in that one instead, like on this one as their outlines with that. So with the butterfly and then with the hairline right here, I'm thinking about doing that. What do you guys think? With this outline with the flowers, that would look so pretty. So we have that one, and then our next AB is this. There's not very many of this, but as you can see, we have 775 AB, and it's a question mark symbol, and it's like this really light blue, and I had a hard time finding this one, so let me see if I can find it again. Let's see. I know there was like, nope, that's not it. I was like, oh, I know it's like right there. No, nope, that wasn't it. So let me kind of maneuver my way over here. Where would it be? It's a question mark, so that is a question mark indeed, for sure. So let's see, where are you? That was the one that I was having such a hard time last time too. Oh, here we go. Found it. Okay, so it's all the way down here at the very bottom. We have a little bit kind of going right here around the outside of this flower and the outline of this. So like just like underneath this white outline, we have a little bit of those question mark symbols right there. So we got those two done. Let's see, next up we'll have this pretty bright pink that we have, which is 956, and that one is the forward arrow. And there was only just a few places that this had, and it was like right here in this section was this AB. And then we had some just a little bit over here. Just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Nothing in her eyes from what I've saw. So, and then our next AB right here, our last AB is 155. And that one is the letter N. And that one is located all down here. So we have a little bit right here in this section, and in this section, and right here. So let's see. Next up we have is this pale yellow, I could not remember the word for a moment, this pale yellow moon dust, and that one is, let's see, this one's 3078, so we have a different outline of an arrow. So let me look for that, and it's mostly right here, so we see it right here a little bit in this little section, the arrow that's going up in that diagonal way, but there are some that are like right here on the flowers, just like one dot of it. Let's see, and then we have 3 purples. So 3 purples, and I hate to tell you guys, it's just all located down here. So let's see, next one is 208, and that one is the percentage sign, and we got some like right here, we got some here. There's probably like a little dots of the percentage sign that I remember. It's like over here and here a little bit, little dots of that. But we have some of the percentage sign over here and here. Then next up we have is 209, and that is the letter U. And the letter U is like right here, through here, all through here, and over here. And that's pretty much it. And then for 210 we have a lot of these, and this one's the letter T. And the letter T is located more all the way up here. We got some throughout here. And I was trying to see if there was some that kind of, yep, they kind of went all the way here. The letter T went up here. So, since this is, like I said, it is hybrid charted, so I'm thinking about putting, since we had just that one color here with just that shimmer, we got to do that too with a couple of others. So I'm thinking like with the orange, because the orange needs some love. I think the pink needs a little bit of love right here, and I got to figure out like what color to kind of choose to do that for this over here. But I'm definitely thinking putting shimmer in this one would probably just look cool as an all-out shimmer canvas, to be honest, but that would be expensive. But I'm thinking about adding some, at least to little certain parts, at least to the flowers and to her hair and the butterfly. I'm thinking for sure to do that. But I love how she looks. She looks so pretty, and she just looks so cute, and I love this one so much. Alright guys, as you can see, I did not post this video over the weekend like I was hoping. I literally got this thing recorded, and then I had to rush to get things done around the household for the most part, and then at that point it was time to go to bed and get ready for the next day and leave. So I was not able to do anything. So during that time period, I noticed that Alyssa did get her video posted, so I was very pleased about that and saw what she was talking about, and I decided I will wait till I get back home, and I will actually just start putting some drills on this and seeing how this will turn out, because hers was round that she was placing drills, and mine is squared, so I wanted to see how the drill quality was overall, especially since this is a hybrid charting canvas. So with hybrid charting you got a little bit more confetti, so I figured I would get to a lot more different colors instead of like something that has a lot more color blocking, even though we did have a good amount of color blocking. And even though we have not gotten to any of the specials are actually right here in this tail on this next section. I have to say, I like this. I like this a lot. This one is definitely on my list of shops that I'm going to continue to buy from. I like the quality a lot. I love how vibrant the drills are. There was a little bit of trash, I will say that, on some of the colors. Like there were some tabs and things like that, but it wasn't like awful or overly bad. Some drills I noticed, like basically when the when the resin is still curing, they'll start sticking together, and there was a couple of bags that were doing that, but it was like, I guess it was still brand new where it didn't completely solidify, so I was able to separate them pretty easily, so it wasn't a big deal. Some of the other things is, I think Alyssa mentioned this before, the glue is slippery. I will agree with that. The glue is definitely really slippery. Was that basically that there was a couple times when I'm placing like maybe just like 2 drills at a time when without all of these extra drills around, because I was like kind of going all over the place. And they would slide, and I'm like, whoa! They would thought that they wanted to go skate, and I'm like, no, come back over here. She said that she let it dry a little bit, like let it air dry, and it's fine. I was more impatient, so I was like, I'm going to keep placing drills. I'll just go with the bigger chunks of color, and I'll come back to the smaller chunks, and we'll be fine. Which was the case. The drill, like I said, the drill quality is really good. I like this. The rendering looks fantastic so far, what I have placed. I will definitely keep you updated by the time the next month in review comes up at the end of this month / beginning of next month. Because I definitely want to continue working on this. I have a lot of other projects I gotta keep going with, but I am definitely going to add this into my rotation. I'm kind of thinking about adding a wheel for the whole thing, to be honest, so that way I can work on this a lot more, because I was having a lot of fun working on this. But the drills, they are not too snug, I will say that. I like grid lines, so it was nice to be able to put drills down and being able to see where my where I'm placing everything, make sure it stays aligned. But the drills were not too snug, but they weren't like overly gappy. Like, you can kind of see when it's a lighter color. That's always the case. When you're multi-placing with a lighter color, it kind of just, and plus with it skating a little bit, it just like, I had to adjust just a bit. But it wasn't awful, like I said. And I tried to make sure that the drills stayed as straight as possible for you guys. But they fit together really snug. Honestly, not to the point where it's like you're like pushing to make them fit, or like, you know, you're kind of like really straining to kind of make them fit or anything. They just kind of just clicked in. It was nice. There was like not a clicky sound, but they just fit, and that was perfect. So there's just very little gapping, and I really like that a lot. So this one, like I said, definitely is now in the top of my shops that I would like to buy for, especially since there's more from this artist that I saw. So this artist is Davi-Ann James, and they do, I think she has like a lot of colorful artwork on from what I saw. So there's a girl that just came out that's, you know, has all these galaxy colors again. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need that in my life. And there's a couple of other things that have popped up that I just kind of started putting on my wish list and everything. So definitely will be checking out her store from time to time and everything for sure. So, but I want to know what you guys think of this canvas, and not just this canvas, but the other two. I know I kind of I hope I wasn't like too complaining about the crystal location or like the special locations. I understand it's a hybrid. I just also think if you are going to put specials down on a canvas to make it a little bit more sense, but if at the same time I haven't finished the canvas, so I can't really say that. So but I am excited and I love this, and I can't wait to work more on it. So yeah, probably gonna have to do that wheel thing. But anyway, please, again, tell me what you guys think about this down below. Did you like it? Do you want to visit the shop or what? Otherwise, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!